Let me get all of my stuff out before we start.
I edit. You're going to do it 1,000 times anyway. That's most of the edits is you going.
I got drainage.
Every episode?
It's that time of the year. There's tons of pollen. Swipe your finger across the car. I ain't lying. Good morning, Vietnam.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to yet another amazing episode After School with the Lawsons. I have today my beautiful wife, Whitney Lawson, with me. She's
Hello
my
again.
ride or die. She's back at it again for a second round. We're giving her another chance. You know, I don't know what it is, but we just keep
Another
giving you a
chance? What did I do wrong
after
previously?
Chance after chance. I don't know. I'm just giving you a hard way to go.
Second round. This is like my 10th episode.
Ooh, we got a record breaker. Look out, y'all. Hey, good morning. Hope you don't mind if I crack open a cold one. Because I'm getting a little thirsty. And
You can tell it's already been cracked open because it didn't pop.
I was trying to be cool for the episode. But it's not a beer, everybody. For y'all, you listeners, it is one of my wife's mocha frappuccinos.
One of his wives.
From Starbucks. 190 calories. And it's late night. I got a lot to do, so why not start my evening off right? What about you?
Well, the people at home, they might be a little confused because you said, good morning. And now you're like, it's late at night. I'm drinking my coffee. So why don't you elaborate a little bit?
Yeah, so we film at night and they listen in the morning.
I feel like we discuss this like every week.
We do.
I just feel like maybe you confuse the people at home, but I think most of all, you just confuse me.
No, I think everybody gets it. I think the only one confused is the person to my right.
That's right.
Yeah. We got
pun
Zeus
intended.
in the floor. And as you guys know, we are in a different space today. We are in our living room.
Tell them why.
We moved the chairs in here and set up all the lighting and all the cameras and the audio and moved all the furniture. Listen, if I could turn around this camera, we got an ottoman on its side, couch pushed off the rug to make some room for... You know, this is just temporary. We're revamping, remodeling the studio.
Right.
My beautiful wife let me go ahead and pull the trigger on that. Oh, Lord, I almost spilled my mocha frap.
And right before we decided to do that, I've been wanting to spring clean. That's been on the schedule, but that's going to have to wait because I was like, it's kind of pointless because painting, doors are going in, sliding doors because there were no doors previously. And just
there's doors to the house. I meant to
the studio.
Yeah.
To the entry. So it's like, it's kind of, obviously clean up, your daily duties. But as far as deep clean, it's kind of, honestly, it's kind of pointless right now.
Yeah, it was just a walk in. Sorry, I'm yawning. It was just a walk in on the studio. It was like an extra wide door frame. So we went, instead of getting a barn door, we're doing these like sliding doors. Do they have like 4 or 5 window panes?
I think 5.
Super pretty, super modern. We went with iron ore as the wall color in the office. And the wainscoting, we're going to do like this fancy black name. I don't know what the name of the paint is, but it's some kind of black. And we're doing matte on the wainscoting and flat on the walls. And did a little surprise. We got a new accent wall in there. And if you follow us on Instagram, you guys can kind of like go along with us for the process. We're posting pictures on our story and we're just remodeling. It was time for an update. I've never got the set that I've really wanted. Like, we had a great shooting space, and way better than your average, I feel like.
Right.
But, it just wasn't me, so I'm excited to see where it goes. We're going to keep this style of chair, I think, but these are wide and we need something slimmer.
I was just thinking about what you said about paint, like different colors and stuff. You ever just think like, how crazy stuff is. Like you're saying, oh, this paint is iron ore, this paint is this color. Like, was someone that bored one day to where they're like, oh, this is black, but I'm going to come out with this exact same color. It's black, but I'm going to call it midnight.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make some money. Like, that's legit what I think.
Well, me and Cadence had a long, drawn out argument over how many shades of blue there were in the world. She said over 1,000.
You never know.
No, she's wrong. I know she's wrong.
How do you know? Are you a paint pro?
No, but as you guys know, I love to Google stuff. So I pulled out old handy dandy cell phone and got to Googling. You know how many shades of blue there are?
How many?
32.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure.
Can you name them all?
No, I didn't ask their names, but there's different shades of colors that have different, different numbers, which is weird. You would think every color would have, like blue, there's 32 shades. Green, there's 32 shades. Yellow, there's 32 shades. No, it's not. There's some colors that have up in the hundreds.
See, this is why I could not be an art teacher. It's kind of boring.
I could be like a kindergarten art teacher where you're like, okay, class, today we're going to draw a circle and a square.
Yeah.
I could do that. Or, hey, this is red, R-E-D. I'd be good at that.
Yeah, I don't think an art teacher is necessarily teaching them how to spell.
Yeah, when we go to indigo, I'm like, hey, Siri, how do you spell indigo?
Oh, my gosh. This guy.
But, yeah, we're redoing that. This week's been busy with a lot of projects.
Busy. We're doing a little bit of landscaping out front because we've been here, at least 6 months?
Yeah.
And when we moved in last fall, it was too late to do landscaping. It's just your basic setup out there. And now that it's springtime, we want to get that spruced up and summer's approaching. So the patio that we have, last fall, it was still hot. It went straight from, we didn't even have fall weather. It went straight from summer to winter. Mm-hmm. So even in August and September, that heat was beaming down on us. So now we're getting a cover, an awning on our back porch.
Yeah, I'm excited about that because we poured a extra large pad at this house. Just because, we're that outside family during the summer times, and
especially the kids.
We love to grill out. We love to cook outside. We have a hot tub out there. We got
even baby Layton. She is obsessed with being outside. Mm-hmm. And that helps me out. If you're busy or you're working and I'm tending to her, it kind of gives me a break without giving me a break, if you could say. We'll go outside and she'll play with bubbles and I'll sit with her and I'm like, it almost kind of pulls her from my hip. Mm-hmm. So it's nice.
So, just this week's been full of projects, meeting. How do I say that? Meeting with the contractor. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. I was meeting with the contractor.
Extracurriculars.
Yeah, extracurriculars.
I know it's been spring break, but she still has karate and basketball. Mm-hmm. And then
we didn't do nothing extravagant in spring break.
We hung out with the kids today.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm saying we didn't go to Florida or anything like that.
I feel like we're not really one of those families that, and maybe sometimes I feel a little guilty about it because, they might hear their friends, oh, I went to Disney World or I went to this. Yeah. But also I feel like they understand just because our lives are so busy and we try to do stuff with them all throughout the year. So I kind of feel like that makes up for it, but also you still have that parent guilt, Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, but they do a lot too. Whether it's extracurriculars or going, Cadence had a birthday today that she
right, and it's not like we're just busy. She's got a very busy schedule, and it's not that we don't force her to do these things. She chooses basketball, she chooses taekwondo. When she's at school, she chooses to stay after school to be in the exceptional student program. She chooses all of these, so she knows it comes with the responsibilities.
Y'all, I'm about to take a picture of Zeus right now, okay? And
this is how he lays all the time. You would think
I'm going to pop it up right here for you just so you can see what I'm looking at.
Sometimes when we come in, you would think you stare at him and you're like a baby, is he breathing? I mean, because he sits there and he'll be in the weird. Remember, so we walked in one day and I said, "Babe, come here and look at him."
He's just laid out.
I had to stop him from working. He was on the kitchen table, remember? And his head he was on his back like this, and his head was hanging completely off the table with his paws up like this.
He's like one of the few cats I've ever seen
and I'm
sleep
like,
on his back with all fours, just like
and
out.
legs all spread. And then, of course, he's got a big fat belly already. He's still a baby. Belly all poked out.
Yeah.
I mean, and I was like, honey, he looks like he's dead.
Yeah.
And he was just relaxed. I mean, and the other night, Eli was like, Nene, look at him. He's sitting on the couch like a person, like this, with his legs all spread, big old belly just staring at us. I said, you are nasty.
So my grandmother in Chicago, and I think it was Sarah's cat, but it was an all black cat, and I think it was like tabby mixed with maybe a little Maine Coon, but I think it was just a tabby. It was a long-haired tabby cat, and his name was Tubby, and he was Tubby, and he would sit like a human, kind of like how Zeus does, but more like upright. Like he would literally sit like a human and just sit there and like the nastiest Tubby cat.
I feel like he sits like a human, but he sits more like I'm a white trash. I've been drinking, smoking a cig.
You hear that, Zeus? You
all
let her
day.
Talk shit like that? Come on now.
Don't give a heck what anybody thinks. Let my beer gut hang out type of cat. That's the way that he sits.
Yeah, and who forgets to wipe his butt.
Oh, gosh. I think that's the worst part. Like, I didn't obviously, Maine Coons have long hair, and I didn't expect that he uses litter box. I'm like, oh, he just pooped. But then I'm like, why is that smell close to me? And sure enough, it's on his butt hair, and you gotta...
Or his paw hair, because he's got paw
growing
hair
out like a beast.
It's super cute.
Yeah, it is cute. But the butt hair is not cute with the poop.
We did try to shave his butt hair.
We trimmed it, but I feel like he needs to be bald back there. I mean, that would help. That would fix the issue.
Yeah, but you don't want him walking around like a baboon.
At least he'd have a clean butt and he would smell decent. I mean, I don't want him walk beside me and I smell crap.
True.
And then see a big
Easter egg
dangler on there.
A Reese's egg.
Yes. I mean, this looked like a smeared Kit Kat on his butt. It was disgusting.
Yeah. But this week's been pretty busy. I mean, every week's busy, but like extra stuff this week. Like, I feel like it's all at once. You know, we threw up an accent wall. I don't want to tell you all about it, but it's super cool, very pretty. And then you guys will see, once we get completely finished, we're going to start filming in there. But if you want to follow the process and you guys listening, we do have an Instagram. It's the.awesome.lawsons. Feel free, follow us, check us out. We post family photos, stories, or, podcast clips, funny videos. I mean, check it out in your free time. We post a lot of like behind the scenes, I guess you could say, on there.
We went to Chick-fil-A with the kids, and then one of the Chick-fil-A we went to, which is one of 3, I think, in our town.
Yes.
Which is crazy. It had a play place, and it says you got to be like a certain height to play, which is like knee and below.
No. It was toddlers 3 and under welcome.
Well, Cadence is almost 12, and she was on that thing in a hot minute. She was like, I'm playing. Yeah. And I mean, so they had this was it a rocket? No, a car in there. And I was like, honey, and you can climb in the car, and it looks like it's barely hanging. I said, that thing looks like it's about to just barely, and Cadence gets in there. I'm like, oh my gosh. What'd you say to her? I
said, Cadence, don't make any sudden movements.
It's only being held up
Jurassic
by a bar.
Park, where that car's like, on
that's
the
how
thing,
that was.
And then that T-Rex hits it, Yeah, that's what was going on. It was about to go down.
Yeah. And then we took the kids for ice cream, and they enjoyed that.
Yeah, I splurged today. I've been on a pretty good diet. I feel like this week I've kind of just like all over the place, but then I don't know. I just got over being sick too. And this is the second time I felt like, I was sick last month too. And then sick this month. I lost my voice. But like when you're sick, I feel like you just need all this stuff, whether it's sugar, salt.
Well, whether I'm
I don't
sick or
know.
not, I just feel like I need it all the time.
Yeah, I don't eat like that, but today, I had me a spicy chicken from Chick-fil-A. French fries. I haven't had French fries in months. Seriously. I did have pizza the other day.
You have had French fries?
I have not had French fries in months, honey. Seriously. On God. I've never had French fries. Name a time.
You just said on God and you lied.
No, I did not. I'm still here.
Have we not DoorDashed McDonald's several times?
Oh, Lord.
You say you lied.
Sorry, baby Jesus.
At like almost midnight.
Yeah.
Over the past like couple weeks.
That was good.
And we've gotten French fries.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shame.
I apologize. He forgave me.
You were like,
I'm still here.
I've not had French fries in months. No, I have not. No one's changing my answer. And I just proved you wrong.
Dad brain. It's a thing.
Oh, man. Yeah, I've been splurging too.
Have you?
But I splurge every day, all day.
What's new?
But I've been trying. I keep telling myself. So the thing is, when I wake up every day, I'm like, today's the day. I'm going to start my diet. And I go all day. I don't hardly eat nothing. I'm like, man, this is great. I drink my Celsius or my coffee. And then when it gets late at night, that's when I'm like, I'm cozy. I've showered. I want to watch my show. I want something good in my belly. And then it's hard. Or with the days I'm doing really good are the days that you want to cheat. And I'm like, well, he's the exception, I suppose, if he's cheating.
What do you mean cheat?
Like when you're like, I'm hungry. Do you want to DoorDash something? And I'm like, oh, man, I've done so good today. And I'm like, I'm about to go to bed. But I'm like, I can't sit here and spend time with him and smell this food and these French fries and me not having any. So I was like, yeah, I'll get some too.
Do you guys feel as if when you're on a diet and like you're on the go or just busy, is it hard to keep that diet? Or do you stay in that diet?
I feel like it's easy for me because my mind is so busy and I'm so occupied. I don't think about eating. Mine is when I'm not doing anything and I'm relaxing at home. That's when I want a snack or I want something like comforting because I'm like, ooh, I'm about to go to bed. You know what I mean? But when I'm busy, I don't think about it. Like if I'm up cleaning and stuff, I mean, I don't think about food.
And you know what doesn't help? I love my best friend. One of my really, really good friends in high school. We recently started hanging out and a bunch of stuff, but we've been doing breakfast on Tuesdays. Every Tuesday we go to either Waffle House or IHOP, so I'm excited about this Tuesday. That's the only bad thing is whenever you go out to eat, Lucas, I know you listen to the show every day. Tell me to get some grits or something a little semi-healthy. Well, Whitney just had to get up. Baby Layton just woke up and she's going to run up there and change her, give her some juice. But yeah, so every Tuesday, me and my buddy, we go eat. We just catch up, talk about the week, whatever. And I've been doing really good. But lately I'm like, man, I haven't had a pancake. I haven't had breakfast in months. I'm really not a breakfast guy, but boy, now this last time we did go to IHOP and I got a very healthy like egg white kind of omelet thing. And it was egg white and pesto or something. It was good, really good. But the first day I hadn't had breakfast in months. We went to Waffle House. So good. I got sausage, eggs. I ate my toast. I think I ate everything. Hash browns. It was so good. And can't wait for this Tuesday, whenever this episode airs. I don't know where we're going, but I'm going to vote IHOP. Hopefully, he won't have had listened to this episode, but hopefully we ate at IHOP on Tuesday. We do it. This will be our third Tuesday, and it's good. It's good to just connect and chat and catch up and talk about the kids, talk about the wife, talk about our day, and I think that's important. And it's like a little bit of normalcy for me, so just going out early before all the people get there. 6:00. I think we were the first ones at IHOP the other day, but just going there and chatting, having a cup of coffee, and, just enjoying each other's company for like an hour or so. And it's just super nice. So, Lucas, if you're listening, I appreciate it. I look forward to it. And hopefully you guys that are listening do, something, just kind of like pull away from your day-to-day, stuff. Once a week, pick something, whether it's, if you're into shooting or whatever, or bow and arrow, go outside, shoot, use your bow and arrow. If you're into motorcycles, get out, drive for a little bit, like one day a week, just kind of interrupt your Groundhog Day routines to pick something that you enjoy for yourself, whether it's reading. I feel like it's important just to, just shut your brain down for a little bit. It's more than just putting your phone to the side and not messing with it. It's more or less just, I guess, rewarding yourself with just a little like you time. And if it's involving somebody else, it's y'all time. But I think it's good that you do, just chill out for about an hour or so. And regardless of how busy we are or how busy you are, 1 hour is nothing, so, I think you guys need to definitely, do something, pick something. But hey, don't take my word for it. You need to figure it out yourself. But yeah, so with all the stuff going on, it's been extremely busy. I'm super tired. I have a lot to do tonight before I go to bed. But as far as our awning goes, so long story short, I met an awesome dude, and I've known him forever, and you guys probably know him. He's on Big Brother. He was on Survivor. But we just kind of connected and, hit it off right away. And the wife is coming back now, I think. Oh, pleasure for you to join us again. That was quick. It was like quicker than a tire change on a NASCAR 500, or is that what it's called? Daytona 500.
Was it quick, or are you being sarcastic?
No, that was quick.
Oh, yeah, I'm exhausted. I'm out of breath.
I was just telling them how, the person building our awning, I was like, they may know him. We knew him without knowing him, and then we've kind of hit it off, and I feel like we've become some really good friends. His name is Caleb Reynolds. And he's doing our awning, but he's a super nice guy. He was on Big Brother. He was on a couple seasons. I think he came in like 4th place.
He was on Survivor.
He was on Survivor. He got life flighted out, and he's going to be on the show soon. But today we went over there. It was his daughter's birthday. She turned 13. Mm-hmm. So we just got her a little gift and met his wife, their kids, and super
story is
super good family.
Funny story is, I was going to talk about that earlier. I thought about it. Because before we went over there, like on our way, remember telling you, I was like, I don't know if I should get out of the car. My stomach's hurting. Speaking of which, it's Shark Week, y'all, in the house.
God. That's why I'm wearing my hat. Positive vibes only.
Aunt Flo has come to visit, and she is in attack mode. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I don't feel that great. Obviously, this is my best attire right now.
That's her Wilma. What's her name?
So he called me before the podcast. I said, "Are these glasses okay?" He said, "You look like Velma from Scooby-Doo."
All she needs is her orange shirt.
I said, "Oh, I got the hair that matches." He's like, "Yeah, that's what I was insinuating, the glasses and the hair." And I'm like,
"Yeah, it just says, it puts the icing on the cake for me." I mean, all you need is Scoob
an
and
orange
Shag.
turtleneck.
Yeah.
And say, "Shaggy."
And just do this like you're trying to find your glasses.
Like this. My glasses. Where's my glasses?
Yep, nailed it.
And literally, I can't even see without these. Remember how I always call you? I'm like, if I can't find my glasses, I'm like, honey, can you come find my glasses? I can't get out of bed. But anyways, I was saying, my stomach was hurting. I had a really bad migraine. And you're like, no, just get out and meet them. They've been wanting to meet, well, I've met him, and he's a really great guy. Mm-hmm. But she's been wanting to meet you. And I was like, okay. And then So we finally got out and pulled up, started talking to Caleb, and we met her, and it was such almost like a relief, just because, you know, most of the time when you meet people, you worry about how are my kids going to act, you know, are they too much for someone else, you know, so on and so forth. And it, like I said, it was such a relief knowing that their lives are just as busy as ours, and all their kids, you know, are very similar in age to ours, and they're going through the same things that we are, you know, and she gets it and he gets it. And it was almost like a breath of fresh air. And it was so easy to talk to them and just sit there and be comfortable and relaxed. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, I'm glad that I got out of the car. I'm glad I took that opportunity to meet her and meet their family, because, I mean, they seem like great people, and now they could be, you know, possibly lifelong friends, you know, and it's just great to be around people who experience what you're experiencing, you know, who are going through the same thing.
Yeah, a lot of people think like, you know, they're the only ones dealing with a certain problem, or, you know, they live a crazy life. Well, when we walked in, it was kind of like we was walking in our own home. I mean, it was a circus. They got a super cool dog. It's like a Belgian Malinois, and what is that other one, a lap?
No.
I think they're both part kangaroo, though. I mean, these dogs were hopping everywhere. The funniest thing, they was she would put them up, and then they would jump the gate.
Well, one would run through the gate. The other one would jump over the gate.
I mean, it was super funny. But yeah, it was, I mean,
and then they have
normal.
a 2-year-old who's wild, just like our 2-year-old. And then, of course, the older girls, Cadence, she's almost 12, and their daughter just turned 13, got along great.
Yeah.
I mean, and it was great, you know, and it's like, she even told me, she's like, I'm so glad that you don't mind the circus and the chaos and the loud noise around here. I said, I'm used to it. You know, I mean, it literally goes through one ear, not the other.
And who knows, you know, they probably think like they are the only ones that have that kind of lifestyle, you know? So it's
like I said, it was very refreshing, and I was relieved. You know, it's like they're normal people just like we are. I mean, because don't get me wrong, we have friends that are married or have other kids, but I kind of feel like it's almost hard for people to understand us to the extent, because for one, we have 3 kids at 3 different stages of life, and 2, we're very busy, on the go, nonstop, and they get both parts of that. And it's like, that's so appreciated. It's just, it was almost mind blowing. I'm like, they get it. They understand, you know, and I feel like that's why we all got along so well.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
and it was great. Right. I mean, we were only supposed to stop by for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was going to be quick because, I mean, they had a birthday dinner to get to. We had things we had to do, but I think we ended up being there a couple hours.
Talking.
At least an hour and a half.
Hang out. The kids played and hung out. I mean, it was fun.
But have you ever been in that conversation where you're like, it's a great conversation. You're talking, you're enjoying the company, and you're like, all right, well, we're going to go. And then you kind of move closer to the door, and then it's like you find something else to talk about.
Something else gets brought up.
And then you're like, oh, yeah, that's cool. Or, you know, he was showing me his buddy makes, he distills bourbon and tequila. It was like the first bottle of the batch of his buddy's company from Florida. And it was a real pretty bottle. It was super cool. And he was talking about that. And then we all moved closer to the door, and there's like this hideout within their closet. And he was like, yeah.
For the kids. And I was like, that's where I want to be at. I thought that was so neat. And I was like, the little girl, they have another little girl. I think her name's Mila. And she's 6. And she's like, come on, come in. I said, oh, I don't know if I'm going to fit through there. But I said, I'll stick my head in. And you squeeze through this little spot, and it's like a whole nother room in there. They got a TV, a basketball goal. I was like, dang.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was neat.
But yeah, it wasn't like an annoying conversation where like, oh, I'm trying to leave.
No,
it was like you didn't want to leave. You just, you know.
Like you could say, all right, well, I got to get ready to go. Yeah. And then speaking of the word go, I mean, something simple, you know, and it's like, and then we all start laughing or something. I mean, it was crazy, but it was a really nice flow, a really good vibe. I mean,
they didn't rush us out the door.
No.
You know, we didn't feel like we were imposing, even though said, sorry, we're imposing, but like, because they had a birthday dinner to go to.
Right,
And
right.
But they didn't seem like they wanted us to like, hey, we got a birthday party to go. Y'all got to go.
Right.
They were like, hey, if we're late, we're late. You know? So, but, and then he enjoyed it too. Because as soon as we left, he texted me. He was like, the wife loves y'all, or, and then
she texted me. Yeah, it was, they seem like they're really good people. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. It'll definitely be some more hanging out though, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, what else do we got going on?
I want to get that new calendar.
Oh yeah, tell them about that.
It's called the Skylight calendar.
Starlink?
No, Skylight calendar. I want to get the big one, but it's pre-sold until September, which is a 27-inch. You can get the 15-inch currently, but I'm like, I want the bigger one. But it's like
I would want it, but I would want to hide the cord.
Well, it comes with a thing that's where you can hide the cord. It looks like it's almost like but it comes with that. It's a digital calendar you can put on your wall, and you can sync it to, like, from your phone, his phone, to where everybody can view the same calendar, and you can all add in your own, little to-do lists or events or whatever. And I think that would be so neat, to where you could see my schedule, I can see yours, to where it's, how we're constantly
You're going to go
asking.
look at my schedule and be like, he's open. No, it's just I haven't put anything in there.
But see, that's what you use that for, because you could do it from your phone. You could do it when you're on the go, or you could do it straight from that at the house. That's what's neat about it. Like, if you think about something when you're gone.
That's one thing I'm bad about, is like writing down my list.
I write down everything.
Yeah,
like, I wake up every day.
disturbing.
I'm like, today. And then I write down my to-do list, and then I check it off as I go.
Yeah. You're a little OCD about it, though. You're like, today, take
And
a
then
poop. Wipe.
And then if I write it down and it's sloppy, I'll rewrite it on another page. Is that bad?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
I can't stand it being sloppy. It's got to be, is that obsessive? Compulsive?
It's probably both, to be honest with you.
Well, I like stuff a certain way, and neat print, it makes me happy.
I also feel like, when you go to those gas stations, there's a hot dog on a roller. I feel like that's me right now.
I know, and you hear the click, like it's turning.
Like the chain link.
Yeah, my pits are getting kind of sweaty.
I put on the fire.
I put deodorant on for you.
Oh, well, that's good.
Well, actually, I put it on
Proud of you.
every night when I get out of the shower, but I'm glad I put
Do
especially.
you not apply it in the mornings? You think just one time at night is the best time to do it?
In the mornings when we're around the house, like I
You'd
said.
be surprised how much you sweat when you sleep.
Yeah, sometimes when I get hot. But if I'm just hanging around the house, there's no point. It's a waste. Like we've been on this conversation. I'm wasting money. I'm at the house. I ain't got nobody to impress.
Your husband?
You're married to me.
Yeah, but I don't want to be married to a skunk.
But you have got me at my best, and you're going to have me at my worst, bro.
Yeah, but you need to find a happy medium. Just like work-life balance, you find a good balance.
Yeah, and that's why I put deodorant on before I go to bed. And then if we go somewhere, if I'm like, oh, okay, we're leaving the house, then I put deodorant on. Because then I'm like, I'm going to be out in public.
Yeah, Zeus is nasty. He's over here trying to lick his belly button. Zeus, you ain't even got a belly button, bruh. God.
He's licking his fat pouch.
Yeah, but you gotta find a good balance. You can't put deodorant on 4.5 days out of the week.
Well, if I'm at home just chilling and cleaning and sweating my butt off at home.
Layton's going to be going, ew.
Well, she already does that. I mean.
And Cadence will be like, man, I smell myself. That's weird.
Well, your eyes are so heavy right now.
I'm exhausted. I'm tired. And I'm not even, I have probably 2 hours worth of work left.
Do it in the morning.
Can't. I got too much to do.
And it's hot. I'm like, whew.
It is toasty.
Fan my pants out.
Trying to think what else we got.
Oh, me and Cadence had a girls' day.
Yep.
We went and got our nails done. Because, gosh, I don't hardly ever. I'm not one of those girls, you can vouch, to where I go get my nails done.
Clearly, you just said you wear partial deodorant. what makes you think they're going to think that you go get your nails done every day?
Correction. I do. If we go out every day or twice a day, I always wear deodorant or reapply. But if we're at home, I'm not going to waste the money.
Yeah, that's true.
So unless I'm going to bed, then I feel fresh. But if I'm already sweating, working my butt off, I'm like, I'm already stinking it up. So might as well stink it up to the full extent, you know?
Yeah. Do any of y'all have a cat who like bites and tries to suck on your arm? Like he's trying to suck right now.
Speaking of biting, Leighton's been doing something so weird lately. I don't know if it's just because a toddler and they just do, different stuff.
Once they find out how to do something like, they're like, I can do this.
Well, so here lately she's been in her high chair and she'll bite her hand and leave teeth marks and she'll say, and I'm like, well, don't bite yourself. And she's been doing that a lot here lately. And I'm
it's
like,
probably something she sees on YouTube. I guarantee it.
That kid.
I mean,
she bit so hard she left on her arm. It was top and bottom teeth marks.
Yeah, you have to see what she's watching because that's weird.
Yeah, I'm like, why would you bite yourself?
Hopefully we don't have to get her a helmet or a cone. Like
a helmet to prevent from biting.
I mean a cone.
I could still bite myself.
I know, I meant a cone, like a dog cone. You know when a dog has surgery or a cat and they got to have those cones?
Yeah. But hers would have to be extremely long to where she couldn't just stick her hand in.
Right. Well, just a normal cone would work.
I don't think so.
Zeus, can you stop?
He thinks you're his mama. He's been that way ever since we brought him home.
Well, note to Zeus.
You're hairy like he is. So
I'm not your mama.
He probably thinks you are.
Do you remember that dinosaur show? Not the mama.
Oh, that thing was so cute.
Was it called Dinosaurs?
Yeah.
It was called Dinosaurs.
That used to be my favorite show when I was a kid. And that little dinosaur baby, me and David thought it was so freaking cute. Oh my gosh.
I just remember the theme song. It was boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. I totally and doesn't the dad kick open the door or storm through the door or something?
And
at first, when it would
their dog was a dinosaur.
When it would first come on, I'm like, when he storms through the door, it's kind of scary with his face.
There's a couple episodes that are kind of scary.
Yeah, but it was a good show.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the TV shows back then were, I don't know, much better.
Yeah.
Or, just like Home Improvement.
But if you were to watch it now, you'd be like, I watched this as a kid. You
know
what I'm
Home
saying?
Improvement, I'd be like, huh? Turn on another episode. I love me some Home Improvement, Dinosaurs. I probably couldn't watch it now, but I don't know.
I still watch reruns of Full House.
Which one's that with Mary-Kate and Ashley?
When they were babies.
Bob Saget.
Yeah.
Bob died.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember what from.
They found him. I don't know if he went into cardiac arrest or something happened. I have no clue.
Yeah, I think it was random.
Yeah. That's
because why he was just performing. Yeah, he was older.
Yeah. And I think they thought at first, was this, intentional?
Yeah.
So
but it wasn't.
Right. But he was at a show the night before. So I don't know. I'm not really sure.
But yeah, that's been our week this week, and
sorry we're not so pepped up and pepped up and cracking jokes. I think we're running on fumes.
Yeah. And I got a load of work to do, and tomorrow I got to film in the morning, so got to charge all this stuff, which I'll probably have you do. You get to work tonight.
Huh?
You get to work.
I'm going to work on this popcorn and then take my butt to bed.
Yep. Did you put on deodorant?
Yeah, but I'm going to have to reapply because I'm roasting like a marshmallow over here.
Zeus is watching the flame.
Speaking of this fireplace, he don't even have the fan on, so it's not even producing its full potential of heat.
Thank God. We'd be cooked.
But he had to turn it on for the ambiance. He's like, is that the word? Ambiance?
Yeah. Yeah, it has to look cool, like warm and welcoming.
Are you trying to seduce me or something with the fire?
No.
Oh.
I'm just trying to have a good visual.
I was going to say
fans.
It wasn't working because I'm roasting over here.
Yeah, I'm roasting too. The whole right side of my face is hot.
My pits are hot. I can't quit thinking about it. Like I feel like they're dripping.
But yeah. Tune in next week, though.
You remember that Jackass episode to where who was it? Who is the fat one running
Oh,
in the sweatsuit or whatever?
um,
And then Steve-O had to drink his sweat. You remember that?
oh yeah. That's
Preston.
Preston, yeah.
And he
That
was
poor guy.
And he was just big and had rolls and everything, and you could see his butt crack through it.
Yeah, Preston, I couldn't imagine. Ugh.
Gosh. And then Steve-O had to drink it.
I mean, I've had sweat drip in my mouth before, and it's pretty salty.
But it was a cupful, though, remember?
If it was somebody else's, I would gag.
Especially his.
Anybody's. But yeah, especially Preston's.
Do you remember the show Viva La Bam?
Yeah.
You remember his uncle, Vito?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when they were like, suck Vito's toe, the big infected one?
Mm-mm.
You don't remember that? So he had a huge infected toe, like half hanging on toenail. It was yellow and green. He's like, suck his toe, suck his toe.
Hell, he probably had diabetes.
He probably did. And he started licking and sucking his toe. Or no, they dared a woman to, I guess because she was on camera. She started licking on it and sucking on it. All of them, bam, and everybody instantly started vomiting in the restaurant. Like, it was bad.
I think Vito died too, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Man, I've noticed through the years, and we'll sum it up real quick, but life's too short. You know, if you get anything out of this, enjoy the moment. Set aside some time, spend with friends, family, yourself, because you never know when your time comes, you know. So it's important, you know, and it's something that I'm learning, and I'm sure you're learning. But if you do get something out of today, life's short. So take advantage of those small moments and breathe a little bit. And it's all right to work hard, but don't work yourself to death, you know. But I enjoy work. I do like to work. I do love what I do.
Because all he does is work.
Just like Rihanna. But not only this, I think I'm more exhausted this week is because, like, I've done a lot of manual stuff.
Not only on top of your normal work, but all the stuff going on and that you got to do. I mean, it's not only been mentally exhausting like it normally is, but also physically. So
yeah, my hand's been hurting from building this wall.
And then your mind's been here, there. So that will wear a person out quick. Because I know, like, if I'm doing my normal stuff, I've noticed I'm not as tired.
Right.
But if my mind's all over the place, I get wore out real quick.
Yeah. Life's short. Take a break. Enjoy your time. Love people. Make people laugh. Make yourself laugh.
I make myself laugh all the time. I'm hilarious.
You got anything to say before we call it quits?
Don't feed Phil.
What?
We were just talking about Viva La Bam.
Yeah.
Do you not remember that episode?
No.
You don't? That was
Don't
like,
feed Phil. Oh, yeah, where they made the shirts and the signs and everything.
and put it on billboards saying don't feed Phil.
He would try to go out to eat and they
He was trying to get his dad to lose weight. He would
Yeah.
go through drive-thrus and they're like, sorry, we can't feed you. Like, he got pissed.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was a good episode.
Man, they did some stupid stuff.
Or remember, he would go in there and wake up his dad. Like, they'd be in the middle of the night sleep, and he would just run in there and start punching on. I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, that's the best show ever.
I do remember the time he brought an alligator in the house.
I remember
his
that.
mom would freak out over stuff like that. She's like, Bam, you better get that out of here. Yeah,
I remember
it was a full-grown alligator.
April.
Yeah.
I remember one time they were gone, and he built a skate ramp through their kitchen. And she came home and freaked out. And she just always, oh my gosh. I'm like, that poor woman, he's going to give his mom a heart attack one day.
Yeah.
But it was very entertaining.
Extremely. Well, I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. After today, I'm going to be doing some resting. We got some cleaning tomorrow.
We're not doing spring cleaning, but we might for the upstairs since nothing's going on up there.
But I hope you guys have a bussin' week. You know, and I hope you all enjoy your time and just set aside some time and enjoy your day, enjoy your job, think positive, and positive things will happen. It's all about your mindset.
That's right.
We love y'all. I appreciate you as always. Thank you so much for taking 45 minutes out of your day or however long this episode ends up being, just to, you know,
hang out with us
and listen to what our family's got going on even though we don't know what your family's got going on, you could always comment and let us know.
Or hopefully we can relate,
Yeah.
to something that you're going through or.
Which I feel like that is the cool thing about our podcast is it is so relatable,
Well, I feel like, as busy as our lives are, we're very down to earth, normal people. So I feel like a lot of people probably could relate to us.
Yeah. But yeah, I hope y'all have a good day. If you want to keep up with us on this whole room renovation, follow us on Instagram, the.awesome.lawsons.
Or on HGTV. No, I'm kidding.
Or if you want to watch this episode, we are on YouTube just under the Awesome Lawsons. Or you can search After School with the Lawsons, which we're thinking about doing a rebrand and coming out with a new name.
Or if you're having trouble spelling anything, you can't find us on a certain platform, just go to Google and Google us.
Yep, we'll pop right up.
Yep.
Don't know what you'll see, but we'll pop right up.
You'll find the platform.
Yep. All right, guys, we've took enough of your day. Enjoy the rest of it. We love you, and we'll see you next time. As always, stay awesome and stay sweet.
That's right.